What's up, everybody? The Reds have gone to Molineux and beaten a very good Wolves side by 1-0. That goal scored, of course, by Diogo Jota in injury time at the end of the first half. Of course, all our attention right now and our best wishes go out to Rui Patricio for as speedy a recovery as possible. But we got to look at the positive side of this, of course, from our perspective as well. That is a massive few points for the Reds there tonight. Does that push us back into the top four race? I'm going to be absolutely optimistic and say I think it does, folks. 2 wins in a row now, one in Europe, obviously one in the Premier League. Keeps the momentum going as we head into this international break. Again, thank you to Boyle Sports, our sponsors, because we got that charity bet up earlier on as well. For those of you that weren't aware, let me pull this charity bet up now so you guys can see what it was. Diogo Jota to score any time and Liverpool to win. So that'll be another, what you take the odds off that, another 87.50 or so going into the kitty towards PA the House, which is a suicide prevention charity here in Ireland. So thank you to Boyle for that. But yeah, of course our thoughts are with Rui Patricio. But Liverpool have gotten the 3 points. It's a win that we really needed. I'll be going through my player ratings as well, one by one, and giving you guys my thoughts on the game. It was nervy at times, particularly at the end, folks. I'm not going to lie to you, but again, I want to reiterate, all of our love, our thoughts, and our best wishes are with Rui Patricio right now. The most important thing is that he gets home and safe and well to his family. But we do, of course, have to discuss the game. And look, let me just get my phone open here so I can go through the player ratings 1 second. There is, of course, a lot to go through. So, right, one by one, this is the way I'm going to do it, folks. Alisson Becker, I'm going to give him a 7. There was a couple of things that he made me a bit nervy on. He did, of course, make a decent save or two as well. A couple of things I thought he could have caught. But, you know, we kept a clean sheet. So, again, find it very difficult to be in any way critical. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I thought, had a very good game down that right-hand side. I'm going to give Trent a solid 7 as well. Across to the left side, Andy Robertson did well. I don't think he impacted the game as much as perhaps maybe Trent, so I'm going to give him a 6. Centre-back pairing today, I'm going to give both of them a 7. I thought they were both immense. Ozan Kabak had a very good game today, and Phillips, again, aerially dominant as you would want them to be. Both lads putting their bodies on the line as well. I do know that Robbo, by the way, had a particularly difficult evening's work with Adama Traore bursting down that side, so I do take that into account when giving that player rating. Into midfield now, Fabinho I thought was excellent again today. Fabinho breaking up play, doing bits when he needed to. I'm going to give Fabinho an 8. Thiago, I think it wasn't one of his best games for the Reds, ladies and gentlemen. I won't say hoping for the substitution of Thiago, but I was fully expecting that would be the substitution that was going to be made. So 6 for me for Thiago in today's game, and I think that might be a generous 6, if I'm being honest with you. Moving across to Jorginho Wijnaldum. Gini does bits all the time. Solid 7 for Gini. Runs, does as much as he can, closes down, never stops fighting. Didn't really impact the game as much as he could have. Maybe I'm being critical there, but you always get a solid performance. Sadio Mane, I'm going to give a 5. I thought that was, at times, unforgivable from Sadio, some of the stuff today. He should have gone down for a penalty in the first half. He missed opportunities to square the ball to Jota and Salah. His shots at times were weak, and I thought his decision making was really poor. Now, I'm one of his biggest fans, but I'm not going to just blow smoke up somebody's backside. I thought Sadio was nowhere near good enough tonight, and if we had options on the bench, I fully expect he would have been dragged off, and those options would have been used. Firmino wasn't there, Origi wasn't there. I wasn't impressed with Sadio at all tonight. Diogo Jota, again, scored the winning goal, popped up at a vital time. But I still don't think he was the best player on the pitch for us, if I'm being honest. He had a bit of sloppiness with his passing. You could see as the game went on, the fatigue was kicking in for Diogo Jota. It's important to remember he's coming back from injury, but that fatigue was there, and it was the right decision to have him taken off. Moving across then to Mohamed Salah. Again, very difficult. He's been marked by 2 or 3 men, always involved in the game, involved in some good link-up play as well. Put the ball in the net, but it was correctly ruled out for offside. Had another chance that just went wide of the post. Again, a good, solid, all-round display from Mohamed Salah. So I'm going to give himself and Jota... Do you know what? I'm going to revise something here. I'll give Jota a 7. I'll give Mohamed Salah an 8. And I'm also going to upgrade Ozan Kabak to an 8. Because the more I think about it, He had a very good shift today. So it's up to you then who you decide is man of the match, folks. I'm not going to give that decision. That's over to you guys. My contenders would be Ozan, Kabak, Fabinho, and probably Salah as 3 options. But, I mean, I'll leave it to you guys to decide who you think is the man of the match. Not really. Is there much point in talking about the subs? Milner came on, did Jimmy Milner things. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain looked full of energy and running actually when he came on. I was impressed with what I'd seen from him. And who was the last substitution then? Naby Keita. I actually didn't think we'd seen too much of Keita involved, particularly in the areas that matter, which is the final third of the pitch. But that was a coming-of-age performance, I think, maybe for Kabak tonight. And he has had some shaky moments. We'll all agree that. But he's settling into a new league. It'll take him time. But I think himself and Phillips keep that partnership going. They've played 3 games together now in a row, I think. And yeah, look, I'm happy with that. Fabinho back in midfield makes a massive difference to us. But thankfully, Diogo Jota got that goal right at the end of first half injury time. That gets us the 3 points. That, you know, keeps our hopes of Champions League football alive, albeit we still have the competition as well. But over to you guys, folks, and see who you think was man of the match. Jonas Eager said Kabak man of the match as well. Scotty said the same. Thomas said Fabinho man of the match. Nat Phillips for Ahmed. Trent for Dara Azizi. Kabak man of the match for JMO 1717. Trent for our friend Mr. Chronic something debater. Trent, Kabak, and who's the last one there that you're gone for, Suxi, for man of the match? I'm not sure who the last one is. Kabak as well for JFFC. What else we got? Sadio needs something. I don't know what's up with him. Surely I can't be the only one today that feels a bit disappointed in Sadio Mane's performance. I mean, not going down for the 3rd game in a row when he could have easily had a penalty. And look, by the way, Wolves fans that are watching, sitting here, hearing me talking about penalties, I absolutely understand that you guys could have had 1 or 2 penalties today. There was the incident with Alisson in the first half that I would have been screaming for if I was, if that was the other way around. And then there was the push from Trent on the edge of the box. So I understand, and I will say we probably got away with 1 or 2 today. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't sit here and give out falsehoods. I'll give you my honest opinion. And if we had have conceded a penalty today, I don't think I could have argued with it. That's my honest opinion. They weren't given. And again, we didn't get one either because Mane didn't go to ground. If you don't go to ground, you don't get them. But I think hopefully even the most ardent Wolves fan will admit that, Patricio did catch him on the ankle. But as I said, we got the 3 points. That's what matters for us moving forward. Of course, you can't speak about the game without speaking about Rui Patricio and wishing him a speedy and full recovery. That's the most important thing to happen from this game, is that man makes a speedy and full recovery. But, we got to talk about the game as well while we are here. Alisson, man of the match, important saves and a clean sheet. Not for me. I mean, could have given away a penalty, punched the ball he clearly should have caught, did make some good saves, but I don't think he's anywhere near a man of the match performance. But again, great to have him back. Great to have him back, and again, great to have a clean sheet from that back 5. And this is what I've been saying before. Getting consistency in that back 5 is really important. We know what Fabinho does ahead of the back 4. We know the shield that he brings. We know he dispossesses people, intercepts, reads the game well, allows us to get on the front foot, wins the ball back further up the pitch. But when you've got consistency of Trent, of Robbo, of Kabak and of Phillips now, keep that back 4 along with obviously the keeper for the remainder of the Premier League campaign. Let them get used to playing with each other. Let them build up that relationship. And hopefully, finally, we can have a central back pair that will see us through the remainder of the season. Phillips really starting to look calm. Absolutely. Phillips man of the match for the phenomenal one. Mane was the one who got the assist at the end of the day and began the move. You say you get the assist, but at the end of the day, it was Jota cutting inside and scored. But I didn't say Mane did nothing right, mate, but I'm honest in my opinion. Sadio Mane, to me, was nowhere near good enough today. His decision-making at times was just wrong. Just wrong. And again, I want to be bigging these guys up because I love Sadio Mane. But I'll give you my opinion, and I fully respect that people will disagree. That's what this is about. It's an open dialogue, and we're not going to agree on everything all the time. Who clashed with Rui Patricio? It was unfortunately Connor Cody. So what happened was, And again, I don't want to dwell on the incident because everyone's worried enough as it is. So the ball went through. Mohamed Salah put it in the net. But as Mohamed Salah was putting it into the net, Patricio obviously came out to close the angle and then collided into Conor Cody's knee. And it was entirely a freak accident. And of course, we wish him recovery, and our thoughts are with Conor Cody as well at this moment in time. I did not appreciate, by the way, the cameraman 3 times panning up to Raul Jimenez, who was sitting in the stands. I didn't appreciate that whatsoever. I thought that was a classless act and completely unnecessary. 5 points off Chelsea, said an armchair. Look, we've got results that have went our way this weekend, folk. Makes no bones about it. As I said to you earlier on, Villa dropped points, Chelsea dropped points, West Ham dropped points, Everton dropped points. It's still difficult. We still have a mountain to climb, but we can only take it one game at a time. And today we got the 3 points and we move on. Then it's about the next game and the next game, one game at a time. And all we can do is look after our own fixtures and see how the cards fall as they may. Of course, this is Liverpool's last game for 2 weeks now, but don't forget, on our other channel, we'll be covering the Champions League games, we'll be covering the FA Cup games and stuff over the weekend, so do drop over and drop a sub on Mundo Sporto. I'm going to carry on for another 7 or 8 minutes, and then Jack Gill will be here with his post-match reaction. But I want to know what you guys thought, so please give me your comments on the game. Cool said Mane wasn't passing. Addison said bit late, but his man of the match was Fabinho. How great is it, by the way, to have him back in midfield? You see the difference it brings to everybody. We're starting attacks further up the pitch. He's intercepting balls, whereas he might have to win them a bit deeper if he was playing at centre-back. He is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. When's Firmino back? Should be very soon, I would say. Oh, you said when Firmino's back, so bench Mane. Yeah, I think Firmino will be back after the international break, obviously. Sadio was poor, said Addison. I agree. We did hang on. Yep, Fergal. I mean, Wolves really pushed for the last 20 minutes or so of that game. And we had some very nervy moments. Silva had one that went off his shoulder that came into the arms of Alisson. And a couple of headers as well that went over the bar. Wolves did create chances. And, you know, we rode our luck at times today. But, you know, we've had some stuff go against us other weeks. And this week, we hung on and clung on to those 3 points. And I often say the same phrase. I don't care how we get the 3 points, as long as at the end of the game, we have those 3 points. Did I think that was a penalty? Which one are we talking about, Jay? Because I'll go through all the incidents for you, right? So, the one with Alisson in the first half, I honestly thought that could have been a penalty to Wolves. I genuinely do. I mean, if you've seen the one that was given for the foul on Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and that's classed as a penalty, then I feel that Wolves fans can be fairly aggrieved that the referee didn't even go to the monitor to look at it. Now, the other one, I don't know what Trent was thinking. I've no idea what was going through his head. I think it was a Joe Moutinho that he kind of put an arm on like that on the edge of the box. We got away with that one as well. But, to be fair as well, on the opposite end, if Mane went to ground, we would have had a Stonewall penalty. So there's 3 potential penalties in that game, and none of any of them were given. So, yes, I do agree that Wolves could have had a penalty or 2. I'm a realist. I'll give you my honest opinion. Never a penalty. It's an unintentional collision. As was exactly Dominic Calvert-Lewin's, mate. That was an unintentional collision as well, but that penalty was given. So, you know, I can only go off what I've seen given in other games as well. And of course I don't want it to be a penalty. But the way I look at these things is I ask myself, if it was the other way around, would I be appealing for a penalty? And on both occasions, I would. That's my view. Now, they weren't given. So, we got the win, and thank goodness for that. But I always try and put myself in the opposition team's position in these situations and think about it from that side. And I would have been screaming, I have to say. I know it's early, but do you think Nat Phillips has a chance to play alongside Van Dijk or Gomez as a solid number 2? From what I understand, he has 1 more year on his contract. I thought his contract was up at the end of this season, but apparently he's got 1 more year left on it. So the question is then, if you were to sell on Joe Matip, do you bring in another centre-back if, let's say, Kabak isn't going to be the solution, and keep Nat Phillips as a 4th choice centre-back? I don't know. He's about to turn 24 years of age. He's certainly maturing and getting better with every game, and that won't go unnoticed by the manager. So it's Yeah, it's going to be a difficult decision for the gaffer. TTV Klopp said Patricio is conscious and okay. Hopefully that is the case, mate. And if so, that is absolutely great news to hear that he is okay. Great. So happy to hear that Patricio is okay. That's the most important thing to come out of this game here is the news that he is okay. Nat has 2 years left. Oh, interesting stuff. Happy days then. Yeah, grand. Keep him around. Why not? Phillips and Kabak are playing well together. They're improving. Yep, and every game that they play together, mate, they will get that understanding more and more. And I thought they were both excellent again tonight. Can you set up like a Streamlabs donation link because I can't use Super Chat or Super Stickers here in Egypt as it's unavailable? I don't understand that side of stuff, mate. That's a Conor Crosby type question. But again, from what I believe, that would take you off the platform to do something if my memory's right. But you being here, Kareem, man, is more than enough. So hit the sub button, mate. Drop a like on the video. And again, really appreciate your generosity in wanting to donate, mate. But at this moment in time, no, we don't have a Streamlabs. Kieran said, not going to lie, Wolves deserve something out of that game. I couldn't argue, man. They put up a good fight today. It was a good game. It was a very, very close game. I say just allow Phillips to get a better deal. The club off his form. Wish him all the best, said Brian. I can understand that one as well. Nat and Kabak, 3 starts together, 3 clean sheets. Yep, that's great to see, George. And again, that also goes for Robbo and Trent as well. Cody was crying. Look, I mean, it must be very difficult for him. Obviously, his teammate, his mate that he trains with every single day, Conor Cody, a proud captain of the club as well. And I'm sure he will be absolutely relieved and happy that the news that Patricio was conscious and okay. That's brilliant. That's what we all wanted to hear. Robbie G, thank you so much, man, for that. That's a $20 super sticker. You are so generous, dude. Thank you. And thanks for being you. No, man, thanks for being here and being with us. And again, for those of you that aren't aware, I will be carrying on this season no matter what happens. You know, I'm going to carry on without taking a wage. I've never taken a wage from the channel. I've said that. You know, there are people that will be on social media saying, but you've got a betting sponsorship company. I do not take a wage, and I've never taken a wage from this channel. As I've always said, I survive off benefits, disability allowance for my general anxiety disorder. I'm trying to get to a place where I can bridge to become a self-employed person, but we aren't there yet as a channel. So to those that want to knock me and try and undermine me, I am transparent as fuck. I will always tell you everything. So I don't hide anything, and I've nothing to hide because I do everything above by the rules like I always have done. Unlike the people that hide behind false accounts, report people, you know, other stuff as well. I don't have anything to hide. I am as clear and transparent as the day is long, and I always have been from day one on this channel, which is why I have the respect of the people that do come in and watch. I hope, at least anyway. We got a win, doesn't have to be pretty. Spot on, you're right. Plus as well, people are often believe that all YouTubers make a shit ton of money. It's not the case. It really is not the case. I mean, I don't even want to get into it because I don't want to give these people the attention that they crave. So I'm just going to stay on the positive stuff. Hey Craig, love your content, mate. Love the channel. Good win today. Wish Rui all the best. Could you say hi, Regan? Of course I can. Regan Taylor Reid, how are you? Not only thank you for your super chat, thank you for watching the channel, thank you for your kind words, and thank you for being here with us. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week, my man. I'm positive, Craig. Thanks for your stream. Believe, support, positive believe. I wouldn't be the man I am today without you guys and my wife. And by man, I mean I've learned to open up, soften up, show love, and be much more soft, you know, than I used to be, and I feel all the better for it. But that's only because you guys have lifted me up and given me that confidence. So as I always say, love each and every one of you, and that'll never change. That could clear a nuke coming at our goal. I was saying there during the game, man's probably going around now just headbutting coconuts, you know, just as practice at the minute to break them open. He's that damn hard. 3 points is 3 points, exactly. High hopes for Patricio's recovery, yeah, which is great news to hear. Honestly, I'm so happy to hear that he is alert and okay. That's brilliant. That's the news we all wanted to hear. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say my goodbyes, but don't go anywhere because Jack Gill is going to be live straight now with his match reaction as well. Jack is our second host here on the channel. You've probably recognised me. You've probably seen him before. He does stuff on Mundo Sporto as well. He's the host of the Mundo Sporto podcast. He is another great YouTuber up and coming that we're happy to be able to give a spotlight to here on the channel. So to each and every one of you, be well, be safe, lots of love. Thank you for giving me this platform. Thank you to my wife for allowing me to carry on and making the sacrifices that she and my family have made to allow me to do this. I love you all so much. I will talk to you right throughout the week, even though there's no Liverpool games. We're going to keep the content coming out. I'll hand it over to Jack Gill now in a minute. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video and show Jack some love. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me.